Do-a-dee-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo.
You can say it because as long as there's no background music, we won't get copyright claimed.
Oh.
There she was, just a walking down the street, singing do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-doo.
She looks good, she looks fine, everything. Blah, blah, blah.
Then I nearly lost my mind. Isn't that how the song goes?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, people, we're reviewing the movie Grease right now. I'm kidding. I've already seen that movie. It was the only other movie. It was one of only a few movies I could think of that has singing. Like, what did you want me to say? Hey, we're reviewing High School Musical we're reviewing the High School Musical spin-off Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure.
Okay, whatever. Let's go on.
So anyway, if you can tell from up there or down there or from either side, feel free to look at the camera and realize if you're too far out. Like if I were to do the review like this.
Come on back.
So anyway, people, we're reviewing the movie Stripes. This was Kay's choice. I'm Justin. And this one came out this one probably came out in the very early 80s.
I don't know.
You said this might have been the only movie that John Candy and Bill Murray were in?
I think you said that.
Even though Harold Ramis was his friend in this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He convinced him to join the army.
No disrespect to Harold Ramis and his family and his loved ones and his estate and every single one of his fans. I am not insulting anyone, but I just thought of something. Imagine Ghostbusters if instead of Harold Ramis in that role, it was John Candy.
No. Mm.
I don't know, that would... Well, originally instead of, what was it?
Wasn't Harold the smart one, the scientist or whatever? He wrote it or directed it, didn't he?
I think that was John Landis.
I have to double check that.
But, well, originally Ernie Hudson wasn't the original idea. Originally, they wanted to get Eddie Murphy in that role. Because Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy had worked together on Trading Places.
Yeah. Okay, why don't we get back to Stripes?
Oh, and one other thing.
Oh my god.
I don't know what role it was, but one of the roles was written for John Belushi until he was sadly unavailable for future work. So whatever role he was originally for could have been for John Candy. Maybe John Candy was in that movie, but I can't remember. Something I've noticed is that in John Candy movies, when he's like a supporting actor, he usually
really funny.
He usually like steals the scene or the movie.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
But when he tends to be the main actor or a co-star,
Uncle Buck or What About Bob or no?
He was the side character. He was like one of the main characters in What About Bob?
No, Uncle Buck, I think.
Then why'd you say What About Bob?
What About Bob was Bill Murray, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking about like Wagons East.
I don't know what that is.
I'm saving you.
Good.
I think he was also, wasn't he in, I think he might have also been in, he was in Canadian Bacon. I don't know if that one was good. But I think he was in a movie with Matthew Perry called Almost Heroes. Don't quote me, but I feel like that's correct.
Okay, I won't quote you. Let's get back to Stripes.
So anyway, in this movie, it's kind of set in the same universe as Rhinestone. In that Bill Murray is just as good of a taxi driver. What, you don't remember Rhinestone?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone was a taxi
and Dolly
driver.
Parton.
Yeah.
So,
especially when he left her on the bridge and threw the keys out in the river.
Yeah. I thought he was going to, like, throw her luggage.
Oh. I don't like your sarcasm.
So
I don't want to take you to the airport.
yeah, I would have loved if that scene had maybe gone on like a little bit longer,
No,
or if it had
it
like
didn't
a better,
need to go on
or if it
longer.
had like a better or if it had a bigger like payoff. Like, what if he got out and said, "Okay," threw the luggage over the bridge, threw the luggage over the bridge, and then said, "By the way, I expect a big tip," or something like that. So it's kind of starts off like it's not his finest hour. Yes.
I can't do it watching. His girlfriend leaves him.
Yeah, and
Oh, they take his car. He drops the pizza on the road.
yeah. Do you think he ate the pizza?
I don't know.
That wasn't in the. By the way, we're reviewing the extended cut, which, yeah, there's some parts that didn't need to be extended. There were some fabric-free entertainment that I'm glad was put back in the extended cut. I'm sorry, ladies, but what do you expect from me? Complain to her that she doesn't talk about male nudity in movies, okay?
I don't care to see it. It's not my thing. Anyway, let's go on.
So anyway,
We're just wasting time.
Him and Harold Ramis.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Harold Ramis was a direct. Yeah, Harold Ramis did direct. We've seen some of his movies like Evolution.
He was also an actor.
Yeah.
Actor, director.
But I've always thought of him more as a director, so seeing him as an actor, I was like, okay, that's...
I think he did fine.
Yeah, he did, and I was like, did he also direct this movie? Is this like a passion project or vanity or something? Because usually when actors are also directors, they're not necessarily the greatest of performers. Like in, I think Woodchipper Massacre and Walter Mitty. Get that terrible movie. I don't know if Men of Tai Chi was good. Maybe we should see that. Comment below if you want us to see Men of Tai Chi. Directed and starring Keanu Reeves as like a martial arts expert.
Okay. Let's get back to what we're discussing.
Him and
Bill
Murray and Harold Ramis end up going into the military army, and there is hijinks, but I kind of wish there was like, I don't know, a little. Maybe because it was in the army, they felt they couldn't go as over the top cartoony as, I don't know if.
Well, probably because the year it was made.
Maybe if it was like set in like a school and they were like new teachers, or like maybe if they were like, maybe if this was set in like an adult night school, that would have been like funny.
Well, he did do a night class, Harold.
I'm talking about Bill Murray.
I know,
if this movie was set in a night class or night school. I'm just saying they felt like they were kind of restrained. Like there's long stretches where they're not really getting into hijinks. They're not like really doing anything like silly or wacky. It is like the live action. I would say the live action Mulan, but this is a little bit better. This actually has a character growth as opposed to going from here to here. I didn't like the live action Mulan movie. No offense, ladies. But I like the animated one. So you can't attack me. So John Candy was good in this.
I think the whole troupe was actually pretty good.
Funny thing is, I can't remember any of the other.
The whole unit.
Any of
the one guy that joined because his uncle, father, whatever joined. He was going to join before he got drafted.
All I kept thinking was there was a Spill sketch where they were talking about like an actor, like every single movie he's in, he has tragedy. Like him being in the Gilligan's Island movie, it's like, I lost my wife, my mother, my sister, my father, and my daughter all at sea. I had to do it to break the curse, to break the cycle.
Well, what about the one gentleman when they were going around talking about why they joined or where they were from, and he said, if anybody calls me by my real name, I'll get ya.
Maybe I kind of wanted, maybe I was...
If you touch me, I get you.
Maybe this was kind of like Bill Murray's Animal House.
Oh.
Where it did involve a lot of adults and...
They were all adults.
Well, okay, you know what I mean. And then there's like some main authority figure.
Yeah, there's Sergeant.
I'm talking about an Animal House. There was like Dean, what was his name, Wormer or something?
Yes.
And he kept trying to kick them out, but they kept winning and were being successful. And it's like, argh! I don't know. Maybe the like main authority figure, he wasn't. You didn't see him annoyed enough. Maybe that was my thing. Like, you saw him like very serious and angry, but he wasn't like getting frustrated that everything they did kept turning out great and good.
Well, what about the captain of the whole platoon, whole unit, whole...
The movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf?
No, the base. The one guy that had the binoculars looking into the women's locker room and stuff.
I guess this is now Porky's.
And then he he was out there with the artillery practice.
Oh!
And he told them, you just shoot it this way. I'm in charge. You do what I say.
Yeah, but he didn't really get a comeuppance for that. It was like, I don't know.
Well, then he took him into a foreign country.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you wanted to go into it, so.
You saw him kind of...
Well, there's a lot to talk about. We're just dragging. Sorry about that, folks.
You saw him kind of... You saw him get in trouble, but you didn't really see him, like, constantly getting annoyed that Bill Murray and Harold Ramis and...
Because the captain took it on. He didn't. He was only... Not all
maybe I would have
tools in the shed up above.
Maybe this was at like they had to play it safe at like a 5, and I would have liked to have seen them go to like an 8 or a 9, where they kept screwing up, but yet they kept turning out. Everyone kept loving them, and it was like, I hate you people.
Well, with Graduation, the sergeant, after he got shot down, after climbing the rope up,
yeah,
then they had to kind of train on their own, and then Graduation. Yeah. When they went into town right before Graduation, and the strip club or
mud wrestling?
Yeah. John Candy was out there mud wrestling with these women.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's my favorite Bill Murray movie. I'm trying to think, like,
Groundhog Day is pretty good.
I don't know if I've seen that one all the way through, so that'll be
Caddyshack.
Trying to remember if I saw Caddyshack.
Oh, if you haven't, you have to. Golfing, yeah.
I don't even know if I might have seen Caddyshack 2.
That one had John Candy in it, I think.
Well, Nothing But Trouble also had John Candy in it, and wasn't a huge fan of that one.
But Caddyshack, the first one, is pretty good.
Home Alone, I was a huge fan of. What's the movie? Lost in Translation, I thought was... I didn't
Home Alone, Bill Murray was in?
No, John Candy.
Oh.
You don't remember?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Bill Murray. Because I said...
He was an uncredited extra. Rock the Casbah, I've heard that's not...
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but come on. That's like the golden one. He did do like some drama called The Razor's Edge. Maybe we should see that one.
No, but we saw that one drama where he was stuck in the airport or something. Oh no, he went.
That was Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
the Terminal.
Sorry, no, he went to.
I am Victor Nabulski.
Japan or something.
Yeah, that was Lost in Translation.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, you didn't love a Sofia Coppola 2-hour
That dragged on.
Man
Anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
Would you buy the movie on Blu-ray?
Yes.
Okay, now I know what to get you for your birthday or Christmas.
Oh. I would recommend seeing it. If you can get it. I don't know if it's on Tubi
or Netflix or IMDb or Prime
or anybody. What was the studio? Was it Paramount or what? I think it's
don't
upstairs.
know. Oh no, it's here.
Because with everything streaming out there.
Columbia.
Oh.
That tells us nothing.
But anyway, I think if you can watch it, watch it. If you like Bill Murray, yeah. If you're gonna watch Ghostbusters, then watch this.
Would you recommend the extended cut? Because it did say
it just gives you a little thing in the bottom that says, you know,
bonus scene begins and bonus scene ends.
Yeah.
I would have cut a few of those.
Well, that's why they cut a few of them out.
Honestly, I would have cut a few of the scenes that were included in the movie. Like, I could have probably, I don't know, maybe one day I'll do like something where I'll edit this down to like maybe 90 minutes. Like,
but that was the big thing. If you're going to the movie theater, if you're spending however much money you did in popcorn and whatever, you're wanting to see a 2-hour movie. You don't want to see just a 45-minute, 90-minute, whatever.
Dances with Wolves. I rest my case.
Well, I did see Out of Africa in St.
With
Martin.
Meryl Streep?
Yeah. They had a break in between.
Okay.
So you could go buy food.
Join us next time when...
What is the next one?
It's anniversary time! And you know what?
Whose anniversary?
It's the channel's movie review anniversary. What's the tease that I can give for it?
I don't know. Because I don't know what movie you're talking about yet.
Alas, you've seen Pink Floyd's The Wall.